Hello, America. It's been a long time since I donned the old secret identity, but trust me, it's me, Homelander. Now look, there's been a little drama around Vought of late, but I want to reassure you here and now, superheroes are still the good guys.
At the end of the day, we are tax-paying, gas-pumping American citizens just like you.
Okay, let's not get carried away because people, they want someone who's stronger and generally better than them in every single conceivable way. After all, who else is going to save you? But don't take it from me. Take it from this guy.
Hello, America. As the original superhero, I assure you that you are in safe hands with us. I'm Soldier Boy, and I approve this message.
God bless you, Soldier Boy.
Translucent. Blew him up in the ass, man. I'm gonna go.
Fuck them all.
So I'm really excited to work with Jensen Ackles. I've heard wonderful things from Eric Kripke and friends who've worked on Supernatural.
It was a great surprise. I found out, like everybody else did, you know, he dropped a video and the boys' account retweeted it and it just kind of went viral.
Soldier Boy,
I think everyone's really excited about Jensen joining.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Soldier Boy because Soldier Boy, in the comics at least, was an older soup. I believe he was the first soup Vought ever injected with Compound V, so I don't know if that's gonna be a flashback scenario. I don't know if it's gonna be like Captain America where he was frozen and now he's thawed out. I would love to have a scene with him.
He seems like a really lovely guy. He's really talented, and I think he's perfect for that Captain America-esque role. And that role just seems so interesting and nuanced and dark, true to a lot of characters on The Boys, so I'm just excited to see what he brings.
So it'll be interesting to see what storyline he carries throughout this season and which one of us really has to go head-to-head with him. Because there's usually one of us that kind of has a bone to pick with them, you know, like Frenchie had Lamplighter this season. There's gonna be some fun seeing what kind of history we drum up.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my new video for The Boys Season 3. They just announced a bunch of details about Season 3, Episode 1. They're dropping all kinds of promos and teasers for Season 3, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I will be doing bonus videos for The Boys, especially as they start to film Season 3 episodes. I'll number these as we go along just to stay organized, but just starting with the biggest stuff first, we have Homelander and the Seven doing a funny promo as a sort of continuation of the Season 2 ending, just reminding everyone of the lie that the superheroes of Vought are there to serve the public. It's also a bit of a wink at Homelander's trademark phrase when he's with the people, "Hey, you guys are the real heroes." They introduced Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy character again, who gives his very best Captain America-sounding line reading. Vought gives most of the superheroes scripts to read from, which is why it sounds like they're all reading from scripts. But obviously the next biggest thing is that Season 3, Episode 1 is titled Payback, which is a direct reference to the Payback team in the comics, the team that Soldier Boy is going to be leading at the beginning of Season 3. If you're not a big Boys comic book reader, Payback is a direct reference to Marvel's Avengers because Captain America is kind of like the leader of the Avengers. So expect way more Marvel Easter eggs, but Stormfront is also kind of a reference to Thor in the comics, also a version of Shazam from DC and the Justice League too. Pretty much all the major characters on The Boys are parodies of Marvel and DC characters, either Avengers characters, Justice League characters, even some of the more minor characters too. Within the world of The Boys, the Seven is meant to be the biggest team though. They're sort of like the A-list team that everybody's trying to get on. So if we're talking like Major League Baseball here, Payback is sort of like the minor league team that's associated with the Seven. Like if you're a really powerful, really badass, bankable superhero, but you're not quite big enough to make it on the Seven, at least according to Vought's standards, they would put you on Payback. In fact, there weren't a lot of references to this at the beginning of Season 2, but Stormfront also used to lead the Payback team. Remember, Stormfront referenced to Thor, one of the Avengers in the Marvel Universe. But what happens in the comics is that after Stormfront leaves Payback, basically their version of Captain America, Soldier Boy, winds up taking over the team. But the TV show is sort of mixing and matching things, so they might just say that Soldier Boy has been the leader of Payback for a long, long time. But if it wasn't clear, Vought sponsors pretty much all the superhero teams, no matter what they do or where they are around America. So when you see them giving them all these scripts, these marching orders, all these press conferences telling them what to do, what to say, all these promotional campaigns that they do for them, they do that for all the different superhero teams. It's just that the show has mostly been focusing on the Seven because they're the main characters of the show. But while this is all going on, you also have all this stuff happening with the Payback team, Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy character, and all the other lesser superheroes. They've talked about trying to bring Jeffrey Dean Morgan on the show. They said that there's a bit of a scheduling problem with The Walking Dead because of what the virus has done to delaying everything, so they're trying to get him on the show for more supernatural Easter eggs. He played Jensen Ackles' father on Supernatural. Eric Kripke, the showrunner of The Boys, was also the creator of the Supernatural TV show. So they're trying to bring as many supernatural people onto the show as possible. Like they brought Bobby Singer from Supernatural as a big character during season 2. I think his character's name on The Boys was also Robert Singer, just as another even bigger reference to his Supernatural character. If you've seen people asking for them to cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Tech Knight on the show, because Tech Knight is a big character in the world of The Boys, he's sort of their version of Batman and Iron Man combined. The reason why that's also a bit of an Easter egg for Payback is because Tech Knight is one of the other biggest characters on the Payback team. In fact, during the Boys comic, he has a really hilarious falling out with Stormfront and the other members of the Payback team. They make a lot of references to the movies that they make about Tech Knight's character, which is basically a reference to the Marvel movies and the Batman movies. But if they wind up announcing his character for season 3, then I'll talk more about him. There's just so much that we could talk about, so many problems, issues. If you think all the stuff that Homelander got up to with the doppelganger and all the crazy milk during season 2 is messed up, Tech Knight is also just as messed up as that, if not more so. Then the cast during that promo talks about filming episodes with Jensen Ackles and how his Soldier Boy character is going to change the dynamic with the Seven and also with the Boys. Like Mother's Milk says, there's always characters that have bad history with the new characters they bring on the show. Like Frenchie had bad history with Lamplighter during season 2. One of the characters that's most likely to have bad history with Soldier Boy, because he's so long lived like Stormfront, like he's 100+ years old, would be Mallory's character, like their history in the comics. They changed the comic book plot for the TV show quite a bit already. In the comics, though, Mallory is a much older character and actually fought during World War II with Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy character, because that's when he was created. Mallory's entire company winds up getting killed because Soldier Boy bungles up one of their saves so badly, so he actually winds up killing the original version of Soldier Boy during World War II. Now obviously the show has changed that, so Jensen Ackles will be the same Soldier Boy from World War II, but also the one from present day. In their version of Mallory is a little bit younger. They sort of aged everyone up, so the war that they all make references to are basically the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. So just expect them to include some Easter eggs for Mallory's history, possibly with Soldier Boy, just because the character has been around for so long. There was also some commentary that the showrunner posted of this final scene that Mallory has with Butcher, telling him about all the funding that he's going to be getting on the DL from Victoria Newman. So the whole idea now is that they're actually making the Boys team on the show much more like the comic book version, a more legit CIA Black Ops team that's secretly funded by Victoria Newman, the very person that Huey just went to work with because he thinks that she's on the up and up. He thinks that he's left the Boys to go work for her because she's this righteous person doing everything above board the right way, and of course, because it's Huey, that's all going to blow up in his face, metaphorically and literally, make all the jokes you want because she literally pops heads. But I think everything she's up to is going to be one of the bigger mysteries of season 3. What her real backstory is, what her real agenda is. I think we all agree that she's had powers for a long time now, but the question now is what her connection to Vought and Stan Edgar are, and whether or not her storyline is going to play out like Vic the Veep's storyline in the comics. That's the character that she's actually based on. She is a comic book character, just a slightly different version. Then I know there's a bunch of questions about what's going on with Ryan during season 3 because they're trying to take him to a safe house and they still want to try and raise him the way that his mother was raising him, Butcher's wife. But everyone just wants to know if he's going to grow up really fast, if he's going to have any big battles with Homelander. I think that is the end game, making Avengers references because we're talking about Marvel and Soldier Boy references. What is the Avengers endgame of the show? Obviously it's going to be Homelander versus Ryan. We made all kinds of Star Wars Darth Vader references talking about Stormfront turning into a cyborg Nazi heading into season 2. But if we're talking about Star Wars references, I guess you could call Ryan the Luke Skywalker of the TV show if Homelander is the Darth Vader, the very bad space dad. The other big question too is how is Soldier Boy going to threaten Homelander, because they keep implying that there's going to be some weird friction between the two of them, because Soldier Boy is such a popular character, but physically he's not really capable of threatening Homelander because he's not that powerful. What the show has done is that it's shown Homelander's great weakness is actually more psychological than physical. Like Maeve is using the footage of the plane to blackmail him. That's how you stop Homelander. You can't really stop him physically. If he wanted to kill you, he'd kill you in seconds. And Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy character is also historically one of the most popular characters within the world of the boys. So in the way early during Season 2 you see Stormfront stealing a lot of attention from Homelander and it just twisting him up inside, just wanting to laser the crap out of her, which he eventually wound up doing, I think it's going to be kind of the same thing with Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy character, just stealing a lot of the thunder, quote unquote, from Homelander. Also, if you guys didn't know, they did greenlight a boys spin-off TV show about a bunch of college-age superheroes. I know people have been asking about the Teenage Kicks and a lot of the other characters. Like, they have the version of the Teen Titans, they have a version of Young Avengers within the world of the boys. The way the showrunner talks about it, he actually says they're going for a lot more X-Men Easter eggs in this spin-off TV show. It's going to be about a bunch of college kids that are superheroes at college trying to compete for a spot on the Seven. But right now they're getting ready to film Season 3 episodes. Release date maybe by the end of next year if they hustle really fast. The big thing that's coming up, obviously in a couple weeks, is The Mandalorian Season 2. So I'll be doing all the episode videos for that just like I did for Season 1. As long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you should see all those videos when I post them. There's going to be a new trailer tonight. I will do a video for that, so that will be my next video. While you wait for everything, click here for The Boys Season 2 Episode 8 and all my episode videos, and click here for The Mandalorian Season 2 trailer and Star Wars Easter eggs. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. This is The Way.